This ain't nothing new, you know just what we're doing. Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. You can't stop this train. You know we not doing it for the fame, but up in the city, people knowing the name. Cause we don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it rolling. Don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it going.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of A Break with Jake. I got my new friend, talented friend, I've known about him, but we're about to chop it up. Tony Evans Jr. in the house. What's up, my man?
What's going on, man?
How are you, bro?
I'm good.
Man, I really appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate you inviting me. This is my first ever podcast.
Oh, I feel special. Hooch Country special. And we have another co-host named Dempsey. And if you ever, that is her dog taking a shit. That is what's going on right there. So, welcome to Hooch Country, bro.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you on your first podcast, man.
Yeah.
About to chop it up. I'm super excited, man. Super excited. What's been going on, bro? What's happening?
Man, just been working. Just been doing shows and trying to connect with my fans. And
Oh, yeah.
Doing my job.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of what I've been on.
I love that, bro. I got to watch you at, what was it called? Schoolhouse?
School night.
School night.
Yeah.
Here. Dude, the first part was my manager had sent me, our managers know each other. He had sent me a cover like of you doing, I don't remember what song.
Yeah.
Voice is crazy. I mean, crazy. If y'all haven't heard it, go. We'll tag the socials. Psycho. But my manager was like, you want to come through to school night and watch Tony play? And I was like, yeah, I'm in. And, bro, you just killed it, man.
Thank
you.
You
Killed
man.
it. So first I want to get in. When did you start playing music?
Man, I was 10 years old when I started.
And where were you at? Where are you from?
From Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey.
Yeah, from Atlanta, man. And I started when I was 10.
Yeah.
My dad was a singer.
Yeah.
Well, he still is a singer, but my dad got me into it. I grew up since I was a baby, you know, running through the studios in Atlanta.
Wow.
Sitting in on his sessions, going to sleep on the couches. So I've really been in it my whole life.
You've been in it?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. What kind of music does he do?
He's an R&B singer.
Oh yeah, dude. I can hear that too. Your country stuff's amazing, but there's definitely a little bit of R&B influence in there.
For sure.
But
it's kind of interesting. I kind of look at myself from the outside.
Yeah.
And my story and everything, and I'm like, that is interesting because I never sang R&B.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
know? But I just learned from him, so it comes through.
Right. It's so music's so natural, bro. It's the same way. We don't really even know each other. I grew up. I played basketball for 22 years, and was on the road a lot of my life. Till like from age 8 to like 20, I was on the road in a van going to play AAU tournaments, and hip hop was always on the aux, always. And naturally, like I do country music as well, but there's a lot of hip hop. Pop influence in there just naturally, you know? So I totally get what you're saying, bro. It really comes through on music. So I think that's so sick, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's the dope part about it, man, is that as musicians, we can live our lives and our childhoods and everything that we go through influences, you know, well, hopefully influences the sound that we can create, you know?
Yeah.
That's what we love about it, because it's authentic when that comes out that way.
Totally.
You know?
What's the story you got? I just don't think many I don't think many people grew up as a kid. Like I was in a gym, you were in a studio. I can't imagine that. Do you have a crazy story off the top where you're like,
man,
I can't believe this happened as a little kid?
Man, fights in the studios.
Oh.
This is in Atlanta.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm like 14, somebody's pulling out a gun
That.
in the booth. You know, like
Whoa.
all types of craziness, man. I can't get into it too much, but
Yeah. But you saw that shit at like 14.
yeah, for sure.
Insane.
Then we all go to Waffle House afterwards.
Oh, yeah. The Waffle House, bro. I'm trying to think. Last time I went to Waffle House, I think I've been to Waffle House the last 3 out of 5 times. My waitress or waiter was not sober.
Makes sense.
Like I think they just did a line or did some meth or something right before they served me.
That sounds about right.
And I remember asking for chocolate milk, which I asked for chocolate milk and a water. She brought the water, and I was like, bro, I was very nice. I'm very nice to waiter and waitresses. They work a long day.
Yeah.
But I waited about 10 minutes, and I was like, ma'am, I ordered a chocolate milk. And she was like, what? And I was like, I ordered a chocolate milk like 10 minutes ago. Can I get that?
Yeah.
So she was like, my bad, baby. You know, they always call you baby
Sure.
or honey. My bad, baby, I got you. 5 minutes go by. I don't have my chocolate milk. I said, ma'am, you have chocolate milk? Like, I've already chocolate milk. Because she would come back and refill my water.
Yeah.
And I was like, ma'am, chocolate milk, can I get it? Just please. I really would like a chocolate milk with these chocolate chip waffles. Like, I would love that. And it took about 18 to 20 minutes till I got my chocolate milk, but I got it.
And it just in like a cooler?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
tragic, man.
she took my water 2 or 3 times and didn't get the chocolate milk.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, you're not sober. There's just no way.
Yeah.
Because it's what you just said. You don't got to go make it. They pull it out of a cooler. It's in a jug. It's like, dog, go get my chocolate milk, please.
She just didn't like you.
And or she didn't like me, but she kept calling me baby, and she would get my water. So I don't know, man. You got any crazy Waffle House stories? I'm trying to think, bro, because I feel like every time I go to Waffle House, there's always something weird that happens.
Waffle House is a crazy story in itself.
It is.
It's insane that we make it out of the Waffle House every time that we go. Like you're rolling the dice walking into the
You
Waffle
are.
House, you know.
You are.
So
One time, let me add my last Waffle House story to the mix. We were walking out. There was a baby mama, I'm assuming the baby dad, fighting. Not physically, getting in a talk fight.
okay.
Where were we at? In Arkansas. We shot a music video in Clarksville, Arkansas. It was like 1 a.m. We're back in we're at the Waffle House because that's the only thing that's open, right? Baby mama, baby dad are arguing. Obviously, like not sober, on something. You could just tell how they act. And another guy pulls up into the parking lot, and I guess the dad was it was something. There was a cheating instance, and they got in a fist fight right in front of us. Nice. And guess what I did?
Recorded it.
Filmed it.
There you go.
And it was amazing. I had a world star moment, bro.
Congrats, man.
You just never know what you're gonna get when you go to Waffle House.
Yeah.
It's like a strip club, but for food.
Yeah.
You with me? I feel like it's like that. I really do. I feel like that's what it's like. But anyways, bro, my what I want to get into is you grow up R&B music.
Yeah.
Your dad, how do you find the country space? I mean, you could have easily probably gotten into the R&B.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people kind of wanted me. Well, the people in the industry wanted me to do R&B.
Yeah,
You know.
totally. With the voice and everything.
Yeah, but it was never what I wanted to do. You know,
Really?
It was like it's the way that I learned because my dad taught me how to sing. So I naturally picked up the technique and the soul and the feel and everything. But country was always different in the beginning. And it's crazy because I didn't want to sing country music. So like,
Wow.
Yeah, so like when I was a kid, basically, I would go to my grandma's house and all the cookouts and stuff, and I'd have my guitar, and they would always make me sing. You know,
Yeah.
So, Lil Tony's about to sing. He's gonna pull out his guitar and sing.
Yeah.
And I'd be singing these little songs that I wrote.
Yeah.
And they told me that you're gonna be a country singer. They were like, "Boy, you're gonna be a country singer."
Oh, yeah.
I just know it. And I was like, "No, I'm not. I don't want to do it."
Wow.
You know, because I'm from Atlanta.
No, totally.
So it's like I didn't see it. You know?
But then what changes?
Well, my auntie she said, you say that now, but we're gonna have the same conversation in 10 years.
Oh yeah. Let
So
that voice get a little
basically,
deeper.
You know, I had no clue my voice was gonna be like
Yeah, that shit's crazy, dude. You could be like a narrator.
Yeah.
You know, what's the guy who narrates all the movies? Don't know his name. I know his name. He's a legend. Whenever he passes away, which I hope is not anytime soon, Morgan Freeman. When Morgan Freeman passes away, I'm putting you in.
Oh yeah.
I think you should start doing it.
But all right. Let's go.
But anyways, you getting like your auntie's telling you this.
Yeah, man. So I went through my teenage years.
Yeah.
Initially, I wanted to do because I'm real big on John Mayer.
Oh.
So he got me into playing guitar.
Yeah.
And period. So
Yeah.
I wanted to be like acoustic singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
You know, finger picking John Mayer type stuff.
Love.
And I just went through my teenage years and I was stuck on different labels that I was signed to down in Atlanta. And I had a lot of time to think. And once I got out of my last deal, I was like, man, I'm doing country.
Man.
It was just natural. It's
You
just
said this is where I'm at.
yeah. It was where it always was at, but
Yeah.
I just had to.
You had to find it.
I think it was a confidence thing. Like
Totally.
I had to
Totally.
because it was a very different thing for where I was from. So I had to find the confidence to actually decide to do what I wanted to do. And I was expected to do. You feel what
Total
I'm saying?
sense, bro.
Yeah.
Makes total, and it all came from the cookout.
From the cookout.
Bro, I went to a cookout. One of the best days of my life.
Oh yeah.
Best food I've ever had. I do have a question though.
Okay.
If you had a white friend that you invited to a cookout, what would you tell him to sing on karaoke? They didn't have karaoke to the one I went to. I was dancing. They had like a DJ, Cyrus Grisby. If you're watching this, I played college ball with him. Love you. Thank you for that cookout invite. One of the best times of my life. What would you have if you took me to a cookout and they had a karaoke machine? What would you say? Sing this one, Jake. What everyone get down to?
Love by Keisha Cole.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, bet. I'm gonna learn the whole song.
Yeah.
Let me know the next cookout. I'll come and I'll sing that.
Oh, for sure.
So I'll get invited to the next one if I sing that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I'm in. I'm in.
You're invited. Man.
Yeah, I guess they would have to have karaoke, bro. There's something about cookouts, man. What's your favorite thing you've ever eaten at a cookout? What is the special at your family's cookout? There's always one.
The most burnt hot dog off the grill.
It's got to be burnt.
That's the one.
If it ain't burnt, you're asking like who cooked this
Now,
one?
who cooked this, man? There's
That's right.
Something wrong with it,
Bro,
Yeah.
insane. Like there was something. I hadn't had a better. Everything I ate was good there. Everything I ate was good there. But they had mac and cheese,
Yeah.
and like the cheese was baked on top
Oh, yeah.
of. That changed my life.
Yeah.
And the other thing that was big at the cookout that I realized, I come from a Caucasian family, Native Americans.
Yeah.
We don't use as much seasoning.
That's true.
I didn't struggle at all with any taste that was going to like the seasoning, perfect.
Yeah.
Cookouts are one of the best things ever in America.
They are, man. It's a good place to be.
It's amazing. And it's crazy that you found your voice. You got told your voice was there.
Yeah.
And then how do we get, so you find that confidence where it's like, you know what? I'm going to get into country music.
Yeah.
What's the next step? What did you do next after when it's like, I think I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
What happens next? Do you come to Nashville? What's the vibe then?
I didn't come to Nashville immediately.
Yeah.
I just started writing a lot.
Okay.
You know,
At home?
At home.
By yourself?
By myself. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know about co-writing.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. I had no clue co-writing was a thing till I got to Nashville.
Same.
So I was like, well, people write songs together.
Like, I don't have to do this by myself.
Yeah. So, but now I sat at home in my room, man, and I just wrote and I wrote and I wrote and I just looked for my sound.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't quite find it immediately.
Take some time.
I'm just not getting around to the point where I think I'm really finding the sound that I want to put out for right now.
Yeah.
But I just spent time with the music, man.
Yeah.
And I went back to my inspirations, and I listened to a ton of George Strait.
Yeah.
And Alan Jackson.
Yeah.
And just dove into it.
Into it.
Yeah, because that's my favorite thing about music, man. It's making music, obviously, but I love watching legends work. Like I
Facts.
love watching Nat King Cole on stage.
Yeah.
And I love hearing Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
And Earth, Wind and Fire's harmonies.
Bro.
And it's an incredible
It's
thing.
art.
Yeah.
It's art. It's like watching a picture being painted, but through a microphone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And all types of different music. Like one thing I'm super into is film score. Like composition of film music and like John Williams. I'm not sure if you.
No, I don't.
So basically, there's this guy named John Williams, and he's like the father of cinematic music.
Okay.
So the Superman theme song, dun 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 right?
Yeah.
What else? Jaws, Harry Potter, E.T., Jurassic Park, Star Wars, all the Star Wars music that we
Oh
like,
my.
the Olympics theme.
He did it?
song, he did all of it. And then once you realize that, you can go back and listen to it and it all sounds like him.
Whoa.
But then the question is, why does it sound like him?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to
I love
stuff
that.
like that.
So what was it?
I still don't know.
I don't know if anyone knows, bro.
He's just
His,
amazing,
from everything you just told me, his great grandkids are going to be
Oh, for sure. He's good.
millionaires, billionaires.
For sure.
That was the biggest shows you could have ever said.
Yeah.
And he did all of them.
Yeah, he did all of
He
it.
just tapped in.
Yeah, he's
Is he still alive?
he's still alive.
Whoa, I got to dive into that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's insane.
There's some cool YouTube videos on it.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah. I would love that.
amazing. Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible, bro. So, man, it's exciting. Have you always been so chill? Or like, did you used to be kind of crazy? Or you're like so chill? I want to be like you, bro.
Man,
I just want to be able to just. You have a girlfriend?
nah.
Oh man, I know you. I know they're lined up in them DMs though, bro.
Oh man.
They gotta be. You're just humble, bro. It's just like you're so chill. I wish I could be that chill. I just don't have it in me, bro. You've always been that relaxed?
I think probably since like my teenage years,
Yeah.
I've been like this, you know. Because I was so like, when I was a young kid, I was looking for approval from other people and trying to find my place.
Yeah.
in, you know.
Yeah.
But in high school, I was like signed to a label and I was carrying a guitar around school and performing in front of the school and all that type stuff. So I came to realize that I never really could relate to the people around me.
Wow.
So I stopped really caring. I was,
Yeah.
you know, I was popular and people knew me and everything, but it was just like I just started doing my own thing.
Whoa.
And I think it kind of laid me back a little bit.
You were signed to a label in high school?
Yeah, it was an indie label. It wasn't a major,
But still,
yeah,
that's gotta be crazy.
yeah. I signed my first contract when I was 12. Yeah,
What is that like? I ain't signed one.
it's-
Well, I guess I signed one. I signed one in LA, but
Yeah.
I was 22, 21.
disheartening.
Bro,
I tell you that.
why you
It's
say
crazy.
that?
I'll tell you a story. So
Please.
when I was 12, the label head of the company that I was with at the time, we all drove to the Sony building in Atlanta.
This is
And-
crazy.
and
As
the
a
car-
12-year-old?
12-year-old.
You haven't hit, you probably did hit puberty with that
Might have been-
deep ass
I might have
voice.
been 11. I might have been a little younger. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man. I was 10 or 11, something like that.
Oh, I can't
Basically,
imagine.
We pull up to the Sony building, and before we walk in, he tells me, if you do this right, we're going to get $1 million.
A billion?
$1 million.
A million.
If you do this right, we're going to get $1 million. That's what he tells me before we walk in. I choked so hard.
You said what?
I choked. 'Cause I had, like, it was so much pressure, you know?
Bro, I can't imagine.
Yeah, so I walked in the building, and
I'd be cool with $20 at age 12.
it was
10.
First of all, it's an unrealistic
Right.
thing to put on the. I couldn't
Crazy.
even process it.
No.
You know? And I walked in, and they told me I wasn't good enough. Yeah, they started showing me other kids that could sing better than me, and they're like, if you
Like
could
other
sing,
12-year-olds?
yeah, other kids like playing ukulele and
Oh
shit.
my
you know?
gosh.
And they were like, yeah, if you can learn how to sing like that, then you know that's where you want to be, like this little girl or whatever. I'm like, oh,
So what is that? Oh my gosh. That's got to kill your confidence as a little,
for sure.
that's got to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, nah, it was. I'm sure I cried. I must have.
Oh,
cried.
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
had to.
Oh yeah.
It was tough, man, because I was a kid.
You're a baby,
And
dude.
you don't realize how hard life is at
No,
that age. But
no.
I learned very quickly.
Bro, that is such a, I can't imagine that, dude. I was like, trying to think what I was doing at 11. Not that, bro. I was like, man, I don't even know what I was doing. I was trying to figure out what my body wanted me to do. Like I was just like in a weird stage. I remember I started getting into girls around that age. Didn't really know what that meant.
Yeah.
But it was like, I think they're attractive. But bro, going into a record label meeting at that age can't be easy.
It's not.
But a question I do have, does that come back around when you get older? Do you get into another meeting, some like maybe 16, 17, 18, whatever? And does it like, do you have that story? Like the happy, like where you get into the next meeting and your experience, you're like, this is my comeback moment? Or not really?
It's not really a comeback moment.
Yeah.
It's more like, it's not exciting.
Yeah.
Because I put the work in.
Right.
So it's not a surprise when I get the reaction that I get.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not like yes. It's like this talk.
I put it together with, I say it all the time, athletics and music industry is very similar.
For sure.
If you're going to put the reps into basketball, if you're going to get the shots up, if you're going to go condition outside of practice, if you're going to go do whatever, work on your handles, and it comes game time and you pop off, you drop a 40 piece.
Yeah.
I dropped a couple 40 pieces.
Yeah.
It's like I put the work in.
Yeah, that's what
It's
you're
like,
supposed to
that's
do.
what I do. Yeah. And you get an interview by Tulsa World. Yeah. It's like, I give the credit to my teammates for finding me, but I put the work in. It's like, this is, you reap what you sow. My dad always tells me. It's in the Bible, but my dad always preached that to me. And I think it works the same way in the music industry.
Well, it's definitely that Mamba mentality.
Facts.
You know? Yeah.
That's exactly right. Sure. You reap what you sow, bro. It's that's so cool though, man. What a crazy story. Like, bro, if I was signed to a record label or having a record label meeting at 11 years old, bro, I would have ran that school, man. I'm just trying to think what I would have done. I would have stood up on the desk and told the teacher, I don't really feel like taking the test today.
Yeah.
So I can't believe you actually did that. I feel like that's a dream.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely different.
Yeah.
But it kind of isolated me a little bit though too.
What do you mean?
Because I can't relate to anybody.
Yeah.
At that age.
Yeah.
Like I actually was homeschooled in 8th grade because I was like, I had choreography. Because when I was in the first deal,
I can't imagine this.
Yeah,
dude.
when I was in the first deal that they had me in, I had no musical identity, so I just kind of sang whatever they put in front of me. I recorded one song, I think.
Yeah.
It was like a pop song, super like 2009 pop song, you know, terrible.
Oh yeah, they're always bad at the beginning.
They had me in choreography and doing all type of stuff. I actually had a really
learning dances.
Yeah, I had a busy schedule when I was in middle school,
bro.
You know, so
that's bro. You were out here learning how to do a dance to a song, while me and every other were like learning how to talk to girls and beat off a couple times and trying to figure out what's going on. And you're living a grown man's life.
Basically.
Is that stressful? Was there a lot of pressure? Did that mess you up a little bit?
It was a lot of pressure.
That would have jacked me up.
When you're a kid, you have unrealistic expectations.
Totally.
You know?
Totally.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was gonna be in the NBA.
Right.
Tony.
Yeah.
I'm 5'8". I could hoop, but I'm not getting in the league.
For sure, yeah.
I can't jump. If you're 5'8", you got to be able to jump. And you got to be.
Shot.
I mean, that's it. And in the music industry, I'm sure it's the same. I wasn't into it that young.
Yeah.
It's got to be the same way though. I'm going to be the biggest.
I always say you have to be kind of insane to do music. You have to have an unrealistic confidence in yourself, because just looking at the numbers of the amount of people that want to do music in the world, it's more than even athletes, professional athletes. Everybody wants to be a singer.
Yep.
You know, at a young age at least. And then you look at, like, if I asked you to name 30 singers right now, it would be like, there aren't that many people successful in it, honestly.
No.
You know, compared to the population. So you got to be kind of crazy to do it.
I love that, bro. Yeah. That is so true. You got to have a little insanity.
For sure.
And crazy belief. Because there's so many people that just don't make it, and it probably stems from not being kind of insane and not having this crazy belief. So I'm glad you said that, because that actually is so true. And I've heard that from an artist named Russ. You know Russ?
Oh yeah,
he's from Atlanta, I think, or he lives there now. He lives there now. But he was the same way. He was like, I had this constant belief in myself, insanity, to where my friends and my family didn't even kind of want to be around me because I was so driven and was like, I'm going to do this. And if you don't think I'm gonna do this, cool. Step outside of the circle because I'm insane.
It's a numbers game because think about it. Like there's so many people who want to do it.
Yeah.
That will commit to it for a short time and give up.
Yeah.
So the longer you can keep going without giving up, the higher your chances are to make it.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
As long as you're working and actually making yourself good.
Reap what you sow. Facts.
You know?
No, I think that's spot on, bro. I was looking on your TikTok.
Yeah.
I knew from your Instagram that like your covers, I mean, they're just crazy. People freak out over them, especially girls, man.
Thank you, man.
They can't get over the deep voice, bro. And TikTok, though, I looked. You said you got hacked at 600K?
Got hacked at 600K.
What are we doing? What happened?
Yeah, man. So it's actually a wild story.
Oh, let's get into it.
I switched my phone number because I needed a new phone number.
Why?
Because too many people had my phone number.
Uh-oh. Tony had to switch it over.
I switched my phone number, man. And for some reason, TikTok wouldn't let me change the number in the app. So my old phone number was still connected to my TikTok. It wouldn't let me change it. It was sending a
verification code
to
the old phone
to update the new phone number.
Who had the old phone?
Nobody had it.
Okay.
Nobody had the old phone number.
Okay.
I deactivated it. Right.
Oh.
So basically, all the time goes by, and my old number's still on TikTok. Next thing you know, a few months later, I get a text message like, "Yo, I have your TikTok. Do you want it back?" with a question mark. And I'm like, I already know what's going on.
Okay.
So I text the guy back like, first I didn't text him back. I tried to log in. I tried to get my account back through email. They wouldn't let me do it because
600,000 people was a lot.
600,000 people. So basically after that, he saw that I tried to log in and he was like, I was going to give it to you, but now, you know, because you tried to log in, now you got to pay me. So he's trying to extort me now.
Oh,
you know? How
much is he trying to get you to pay?
I think he said like $50 or something.
Oh, man.
But I'm like, Dude's seen my TikTok. He's seen my social media. If I would have gave him the $50, he would have just asked for more money.
Oh, he ain't giving you. No, he ain't giving you that account.
I told him like, dude, I'm not doing that.
Did you try to call him?
I'm not. No, I think I did try to call him. He tried to call me, and I didn't answer.
Why?
So we were texting.
Oh, bro.
I actually posted a lot of text messages on Instagram.
Wait, so you don't have any chance to get this account back now?
I'm working with TikTok right now.
Okay.
TikTok and law enforcement and all of that. So
what?
Chances are I'll be able to get it back.
Yeah.
But I've kind of already moved past it. Honestly.
Yeah, man. That's just a lot of followers. That's crazy too.
Yeah, man.
So I thought you meant you like deactivated it and kept the phone at your home. Like, did you send it to?
So this is what happened.
How did he get it?
So the phone company gave my old number to somebody new.
Okay, keep going.
This guy just happened to be a scumbag.
Oh no!
So
bro,
there's more to the story. So one of my brothers back home tried to FaceTime me, and for some reason he FaceTimed my old number. This guy picks up, and my brother's kind of a hothead, so he's like, immediately he's like, "Yo, who are you?"
Yeah.
So they get into it.
Oh,
this is before he hacks me.
Oh,
so they get into it. So I think he hacked me to get back.
No way.
So it was like,
no way.
It was a series of unfortunate events. Man.
So the moral of the story would be, shoot, I don't know. Don't change your number. Would you still?
Yes. So I would. I mean,
would you still? Bro, that is crazy.
I'm never deactivating my number. Now, I'll tell you that.
Bro, that is wild. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Come on, Butter. Come on, let's have a little halftime. You want some? Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's right. Pour us up. Butter with the, you would be called a, what do you call them? A bartender? Bartender. What T-Pain said, baby. Pour it up. Bro, that is crazy. I've never heard a story like that in my life.
It was, I mean, I don't really get mad about stuff, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so like when it happened, I already knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of laughed about it. I was like, stuff like that happens.
You give me that vibe, bro. I feel like you could just laugh a lot of stuff off.
I laugh a lot of stuff off.
Do you think, bro, you just seem mature as hell. You're like, were you this mature when you were like 14?
Nah.
There's no way.
Nah.
It just seem like you seem like you've lived like respectfully like 4 lives and like you got it figured out.
I've been through a lot.
You have
You
been.
feel what I'm saying?
You were in a record label meeting at 11.
Yeah, I've been through a lot. I think that kind of adds to why people perceive me that way.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate to learn a lot of things that I feel like I needed to learn early on, like controlling, because like I had like anger management issues when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah. Like
You popped off on some people?
I was a hothead.
I was too.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like in school.
I skipped 2nd grade. My teacher didn't want me.
So
Story of my life. Miss Brackett. Miss Brackett didn't want me. So I went to 3rd grade. Got held back in 6th grade because the teacher actually liked me. That's when that age you hit puberty.
Yeah.
I kind of matured, but my 2nd grade teacher didn't want me.
So they bumped you up.
Bumped me to 3rd. And I got held back in 6th grade and I was cool.
Evened out.
But
That's crazy.
bro, I was the same way as you. You were a hothead.
I was a hothead, but it wasn't because I was like, so I'm a real logical person, right?
Yep.
So, and I've been that way since I was a child, since I was a baby. You know, like things, if something doesn't make sense to me, I don't know how to, well, at the time, I didn't know how to deal with it.
So what'd
like,
you do?
You know, like group punishment?
Yeah.
in
Oh,
school.
bro, that's the.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Oh, bro, I want to riot right
My
now.
mind couldn't wrap around why I was being punished for something somebody else did. So I shut down.
Totally.
Yeah, I shut
So
down.
what'd you do? Like were
Worst
you?
thing I
There's
ever
different
did.
types. There's different types of hotheads.
Yeah.
You could be the one that like keeps it inside and you're like, put your head down on the desk, hit the desk, or were you like yelling at the teacher? I don't deserve this.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
You were in the middle.
Man, one time
Talk. Let's go.
it was like a group punishment thing, and I was so
hate group punishments, bro.
I was sitting there getting ready to do the work or whatever. And you know how they put the paper in front of you and it's so much busy work.
So much.
And you put your name on the paper and then you're just looking at it like 67 questions. You're just looking at it. I just looked at it and it made me so mad. I just stood up and I just flipped the desk.
Yeah, bro. Yes. Yes, Tony.
Flipped it and I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. And like, I was
Tony, we would have been best friends, bro.
For sure.
We would have been best friends. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I had it knocked down pretty, I want to say 3rd grade, where I figured out like science class by whatever I was in 3rd grade. Mm-hmm. I'm never going to use this shit in my life. And I don't know how I found it, but I would always say that whenever she would hand me a test or something, and she hated that. What was her name? Miss Rain? Something like that.
Yeah.
And she hated me because every time she would teach something or give us a test and I knew I would never use it, I had that locked down pretty fast. I'll give myself credit. I knew it was like, I would never use this in my life,
That's
ever.
pretty dope.
You're
that early.
Thank you. I was like, this is not something I need. I do need to learn how to do addition. I got that one. That one makes sense. But this science, learning about chemical, oxygen, something I will never use in my life. And I was a hothead.
Yeah.
I got in a lot of fights too.
Yeah.
Whenever I was in middle school and elementary, and my dad was the superintendent. So I got swats almost every day,
Wow.
with a wooden paddle. He wouldn't mind me saying that either. It was the old days, you know?
For sure, yeah.
But I deserved it. I really, did you get in fights?
Yeah, I definitely got in some fights. I got some scars on me. Yeah.
What's the worst thing you did in a school fight? I got a good one.
Oh, man.
My boy Dylan Anderson, he's my boy to this day. We called him Pickle.
Yeah.
We were fighting over a girl. I won't say her name, but we were fighting over a girl. I think we were in like 1st grade. And he had a new polo. I think it was the 2nd day of school. Like I was a hothead, dude.
Yeah.
And I put his face in an ant pile and like rubbed it. And he ripped my polo up, my pink polo. And my dad was the superintendent and we got lit up.
Yeah.
Like on the 2nd day of school. And we were fighting over a girl. If that tells you how much of a hothead I was.
Putting his face in the amp pile is wild.
Oh, rubbed it.
That's,
I hope he sees this too. I'm shouting out my boys. I hope y'all see, because this is real stuff.
Yeah, no,
Like,
for sure.
Right, I was rubbing it. I remember it. And McKenna, cut that G. I didn't mean to say her name. That girl was like, no, stop it.
Yeah.
And, but anyways, what do you got?
I think the worst thing I did in a fight when I was a kid was probably like I did karate when I was a kid. So at a young age, it's effective.
You're funny, bro.
At a young age, it's effective.
You're funny, bro. What are you about to
There
say?
was this kid that was bothering me. I can't remember why or what we were into. It was like 2nd grade,
Oh yeah.
and I was fresh off of learning these new karate skills.
Oh, yeah.
man, so I was dying to use them. So he did something.
No way,
He
bro.
was standing wide leg.
Yeah.
So I went for the old straight kick to the,
Right to that G spot.
punch to the face. It was done. Fight was over.
You knocked him out.
No, he didn't get knocked out. It was like
But he was
just on
hurting.
he was like crying. Like on the ground.
Oh, bro. Right. Did you do it in front of girls?
It was in front of everybody.
He probably still remembers that to this day.
Probably.
That probably hurt him a lot.
Yeah.
That's wild though. You want to know a true story, bro? I did one. I started laughing because you said karate.
Yeah.
I did one lesson because I thought it was the coolest. I think I watched a Bruce Lee movie whenever I was around like that age, 3rd grade maybe.
yeah.
I went to one class. I don't remember any of their names, but the teacher, what do they call him? A sensei.
sensei, yeah.
Sensei had a kid that was in my grade. And he just sucked him off, bro. And I hated it. And I went to one class, and I was trying to figure out what to do, all the kicks. And he would be like, watch Jimmy right here. Jimmy's gonna do it. And it was his son, and Jimmy just thought he was the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to another karate class.
Wow.
Pissed me off, bro.
Nah, I get that.
It just makes me mad, bro. Just people being like, I'm trying to learn, and you over here think you're just hyping up your son. And we were paying for a class. It's like,
Did you go through that with basketball too? I know you did.
Yeah, AAU was wild. There was a couple instances where like you would have a coach's son playing over you or one of your boys, and you're like, bro, he's not as good as him.
Yeah, for
you're
sure.
being like you're bringing politics into this, like, and I couldn't do that.
Nepotism.
We were talking about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, my little brother was actually a real deal hooper. So,
How old is he?
He's 23 now.
I'm 23.
Oh, for real?
Hook us up. Let's see if
Oh,
he
for
can.
sure.
We'll go 1v1 right now.
Oh, yeah,
Right now.
We got to make that
Send this clip to him. I'm ready for. What's his
Most
name?
definitely. Q.
Q. I'm ready. I know. I don't look like it, but I'm ready.
Yeah, he actually just moved to Nashville.
Oh, we're up.
He's here. Yeah. So
No, so the talk will be over. Let's
yeah,
go.
for sure, man.
Let's just
So-
play it out.
But nah, man. So I used to be on the road with him. The whole
Yeah.
AAU racket.
Yeah.
Like I was in all that with him. And there were teams where it's like, okay, the coach's son is playing, and he gets all the PT, and it's like,
All of it.
yeah, man. It's
I
like,
hate
come on.
that.
Yeah.
I hate that, bro. I mean, that is one of my biggest pet peeves. One of my other big pet peeves is the group punishment thing too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to remember one of my group punishments that really just set me off. There was always just things like where one thing that really drove me crazy, Tony, bro, was the teacher saying, "I'm the bell." Like, I dismiss you, the bell doesn't. Bro, so we had.
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh my gosh. My boy, best friend Major, would say something hot-headish to someone, and she'd be like, "You guys have to stay in here 3 extra minutes." And
I remember that.
think about that. Our break is maybe 5 minutes to get to the next class.
Yeah.
So she's taking 3 minutes. The bell rings, and we're just sitting in there.
Yeah.
Because of Major, dumbass, and we're just sitting in there, and we're like, bro, we could be talking to a girl right now.
Yeah.
Go get us a drink. Go get us a pop. And instead, we're getting punished. So then she lets us out after 3 minutes, and we got 2 minutes left to go to the next class.
Right.
I'm glad you brought up group punishments.
Yeah.
Because that sets me off, bro.
Yeah, no, that sucked.
I mean, that is terrible. And teachers, bro, some teachers just, my parents are teachers, but some teachers just feel like they're on a power trip, bro.
I think it's one of those professions that may attract that type of archetype, you know?
I guess, man.
Yeah.
What if you didn't do music, what do you think you'd be doing?
If I didn't do music, I probably would have kept going with football.
Yeah.
That was the reason I stopped football, is because I played guitar.
Word.
You know, in football, you're going to break your fingers.
Oh, you
So, like, my dad played football. He broke.
You see this?
Exactly.
Playing from playing football.
Exactly. So
Yep.
I knew I would break my fingers playing ball, and I was getting really, really serious about guitar. And I was like, I can't risk it. You know?
Smart.
Yeah. So
How old are you?
I was 13 when I
And how old are you now?
25.
Man, We're young, bro.
We're young, man.
Man, it's awesome, bro. We're out here just, you know. In that, you live here now?
Yeah, I live here.
That's right. That's what's up. How long ago did you move here?
About 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You dig it?
Yeah, Nashville's cool, man.
What's the biggest difference you've seen in here and Atlanta? I did AAU in Atlanta. I've never been there though like that.
I'd say it's a lot of big differences. Like one is the crime rate.
It's way worse.
It's nice here.
Nicer here.
Yeah.
Way worse in Atlanta.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like your mindset is different.
Oh yeah.
Up in Atlanta, you know, you gotta really know how to move out there.
Oh yeah.
Up here, it's like I was when I first got to Nashville, my first trip here, I was downtown and I was walking with a friend of mine who was already used to being up here.
Oh yeah.
And we were going around this corner and there was an alley, and I heard like some shuffling in the alley, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably like some.
What do you mean shuffling? What
like
does that
some,
mean?
Like noise, like some noise in the alley.
Something was off.
Something was going on in the alley.
For sure.
You know, as we're walking around the corner.
For sure.
So I'm like, okay, I got to be on my P's and Q's walking around the corner.
Hello.
Probably some shady going on.
Hello. You'd already been through this.
A
million times,
you
yeah.
know? So I walk around the corner, and it's a guy in a suit, like on the phone in the alley.
Movie scene. They were shooting a movie scene.
Yeah. No, it was just a normal guy.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, oh, this city's different.
Different.
Yeah, because it's like in Atlanta, is the culture's different. Everything's different. So where I grew up was a whole lot different. It's way more chill here.
Yeah.
You know, it's way less to worry about. So I love that about this city.
I agree. I think another thing, I haven't done Georgia. I've spent time in LA. There's pros and cons to every city, man.
Sure.
But I feel like here it's very it's got a small town feel. It's a big city now, but it's very collaborative. People are willing to help. If you want a song this type of way, you'll have someone who'll help you.
Yeah.
LA, there's not everyone. I'm not saying everyone, but there's a lot of people in there that are just kind of trying to do business, and they're trying to get this and get this amount of percentage and send it off, which I guess I get. I'm not that way, but here I feel like it's very friendly.
Definitely.
And people are like, it's like family.
Yeah. Well, I feel like another big difference between here and Atlanta is Atlanta's obviously a music town.
Massive,
hip hop and R&B and
Yeah.
you know, pop and everything.
Yeah.
But the musical infrastructure that Nashville has is unlike any other. You know, when it comes to
Totally.
the studios per capita, like there's a studio in every building.
Yeah.
You know, and the mindset of like music is 9 to 5 here. That's one of the biggest differences. So I grew up in the studios. Our session started at 11 p.m., ran till 6 a.m. You feel what I'm saying?
Opposite.
Here, it's 9 to 5. Like, they got
Facts.
to pick the kids up from soccer practice at 2.
Bro.
You
So
know?
true.
So it's like, and I like that.
It's
because
so true.
It's more predictable. It's healthier.
It's healthier,
Sleep
bro.
cycle and
Totally.
all of that type of stuff. So.
Man, my dad always said, anything going on past midnight probably ain't very good.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I can't imagine. Man, you just lived a little crazy life, bro.
I did.
Like, that's just, I can't imagine being a kid and it's 11 p.m., you're with grown men just hanging out.
Yeah, man.
Who were some of your musical influences? I know you've said some, like George Strait. Who do you remember growing up listening to that kind of?
It was mainly, I say, for country, obviously George Strait.
Yeah.
1970s George Strait.
Yeah.
Just like the coolest thing to me.
Who put that in your ears? That's what I'm.
I don't know.
It just
I don't know.
on
My
maybe the
I
radio.
know my family listened to country.
Okay.
So I got listening to country from them.
Wow. Like your dad did, even though he did
Sure.
R&B?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hard. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
100%.
So cool.
I think my dad probably introduced me to it first.
Whoa.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Like as a kid, we used to listen to Brad Paisley's "This Is Country Music" album.
Wow.
We played that album top to bottom. I could.
And and the next day he'd go to the studio sing R&B.
for sure. Yeah.
Hard, bro. What a dad.
We love music, man.
Yup.
We listen to all types of different
Yup.
music. Like I grew up listening to jazz and standards
Yeah.
and all type of stuff.
Yeah.
I heard all types of different music growing up. So I was never really insulated from anything.
Totally.
I feel like a lot of people, especially in cities like like Atlanta are kind of insulated from country music. In a
Yeah,
way.
I totally
we don't
agree.
get to experience, like when people say I don't like country music, it's really like, nah, you just haven't heard the right country song.
Boom. Exactly. That's 100.
There's
That's
a country-
facts.
I'm telling you, there's a country song that everybody. For
Exactly, bro. You know, country music came from hip hop and from R&B, like the vibes of that. It started in Africa, bro. It's like that. It all ties together, and what you just said is very. It's important, bro. People will say I don't like country music. They just don't. They haven't heard their spill
the
of
right
it.
song to introduce
Exactly.
them to it.
Exactly. What R&B did you grow up on? What did your dad have in your ears? I grew up on R&B. My dad was a big R&B head.
And Teddy Pendergrass.
Hello.
Marvin Gaye.
Hello.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Hello.
Vandross. Man,
Bobby Brown.
I didn't listen to much Bobby Brown.
I loved Bobby Brown.
Didn't listen
bro.
to much Bobby Brown, but you know, New Edition, like
New Edition,
all type
baby.
of- man, I listen to
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
TLC.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what a vibe. It's crazy, bro. Just how I just relate most of my old times, like my childhood, to a lot of music.
Yeah.
Every time I hear a song that'll come on the radio or someone will show it or it'll play at a bar, I can go directly back to whenever I was hearing that the first time.
Yeah.
Do you do the same thing?
Of course, man. I think that's something that we all do. That's the effect that music has, because you attach music to a memory.
Yeah.
Like, especially when a song really impacts you, you remember where you heard it.
Totally.
You know, that's why it's so magical.
I'm glad you said that, bro, because we both make music
Yeah.
and we're both songwriters. Some people don't like to write songs. They just like to perform, which I get. But we're songwriters and we sing. It's cool that we can have that effect where we can make a memory for someone, a kid,
Yeah.
or an adult going through something. We're able to do that now. Whenever you're in the studio and you're writing songs, do you ever think about that, bro? I don't really think about it, but it really happens.
I didn't think about it until recently. I thought about it, but you don't really see the effect until you see the reaction from the crowd. For me,
Yeah.
like when I'm singing a song and I'm seeing just the mouthing every word to the
Different.
song, and then I see like the Instagram posts that they're posting after they see me live, and they go on this just paragraph long spiel about how they felt about it, and,
Yeah.
and the effect that I had on them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's bigger than music, man. It really is.
It's bigger than music, bro. And you know, there's like I want to get in. We've just had a great chat. I want to get into the last segment because it ties into what you just said, bro. Like the fact that we're able to now write songs, record them, and help people with whatever they're going through.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain to someone that doesn't do music, but it's a special feeling because I remember whenever I was going through really, really dark times, music's what got me through.
Yeah.
Before I started writing music, you were young, so it's a different for you. But before I started writing music, music's what got me through. Whenever I didn't want to be by anyone and I was locked in my room, I remember it. I'd have on songs. I would have music and it would like heal me.
What
It
was the song? The one song.
Let me think, bro. I mean, I remember I was going through a really dark time in it was around COVID time.
Yeah.
And Louis Capaldi really brought me out into, I don't remember what song, it was off that album, Someone You Loved, maybe, or Before You Go. And then Mike, not his name, Mike Posner. I Took a Pill in Ibiza. I don't know if you've ever heard that
I
song.
haven't heard that one.
Bro, if y'all haven't heard that, listen. It's real. It blew up as an EDM remix, but it's massive. And that song saved me.
Yeah.
So my point is, bro, the fact that now we have it's like a full circle to where now we can do that for other people.
It's insane, isn't it?
Whenever you write songs, bro,
Yeah.
whenever you're going through deep stuff, when you're going through stuff, we all do. If you're willing to talk about it, is music a way whenever you're going to write? Is that a way that you get your thoughts out?
It wasn't before.
Talk to me.
People would always ask me like, if I wrote my songs from things I went through and all of that type of stuff, and I'll always tell them no. I would always say no. I just you know, I create stories. Like, they're not about me. It's just a story, you know,
Totally.
that I make up. But as I started getting a deeper understanding of myself and my actual inspiration, and I listened to the songs that I wrote in the past, I realized that I was subconsciously writing about myself.
Whoa.
So I'll write a song about something that I went through with somebody, but I'll write it through their perspective.
Yep.
You know, or I'll do it like it'll be subconscious.
Yep.
So now I realize that I have an extremely deep connection with the music that I write.
Yeah.
And I do write about things that I go through. It's not always conscious, but it's all so personal.
Wow.
So personal. And now I'm trying to really kind of tap into that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what people want. Like, they want to. I'm not the most talkative guy on social media and stuff like that. So I feel like people want to get to know me through my music.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to tap into that more. Like, you know, what am I feeling right now? What am I going through? Can we write a song about, even if it's just one word that I'm feeling, you know, like.
And it's not easy to do that. But I think it's so important, bro. Mm-hmm. Just as musicians, man, it's just a lot of people don't know, and not even like, not to sound sad, but like what the job entails.
Yeah.
They don't know. And our job is to be, at least in my opinion, our job is to be a voice for others that can't speak, that don't know what they're going through. And sometimes it's hard to find your own voice. Mm-hmm. What am I feeling? Sometimes I don't even know what I'm feeling. And the fact that now you're starting to try to like get into that is really cool, bro. Yeah. And I think it's I think it's so dope. I put out a song recently called "Boys Don't Cry" that is talking about men's mental health. And I grew up an athlete, like I said, and it's like you're not in the locker room talking about your emotions, dog. Sure, no. That ain't happening. That's not what's happening. Yeah. But it was difficult to really speak up about how I was feeling. I was going through a dark time, and through just, you know, life stuff going on. And when I finally found the voice to kind of talk about it, kind of just changed my whole life and perspective on things. Mm-hmm. Whenever you're dealing with like anxiety, bro, or when you're dealing with depression, whatever the case may be, what have you done to kind of help if you want to share, like what to kind of help yourself get out of that?
I've this kind of goes back to what you said earlier about me being chill and everything, right?
Let's talk.
One of the most valuable lessons I learned in life, and it's gonna sound kind of dark.
Let's go.
I've never told anybody this.
Let's go
in this way, but it's a Buddhist principle, and it goes, life is suffering, right? So it sounds dark, but when you put it into perspective, and you look at suffering as the baseline, right?
Okay.
In life, you're gonna go through hard shit.
Totally.
You're gonna lose people, and you're gonna be down on your luck, but if you look at it like that's normal, then it's like, okay, this is normal, but I get to look forward to the good times that I'm going through.
I love that.
So it takes the sting off of, man, I'm going through this bad thing. It's like, nah, it's fine.
I love that.
You feel what I'm saying?
No, I get exactly what you're saying.
So that's kind of how I live my life. Like, when something that can be perceived as negative happens, it's more like that's the spice of life. You know, the dish is incomplete without the spice. You feel what I'm saying? You know, without that
spice.
The bad time. There we go.
That's right.
Without that bad time, you don't have the contrast of the bad time to make the good time feel good.
That makes total sense.
You know?
And it's deeper. I think everyone watch this will have to watch that back, because that's really deep, bro. Yeah. And you know what that brings me to, bro?
What?
I gotta compliment you right in front of your face, because I'd say it over text. Dog, you're a genius, bro.
A genius,
bro. You won't. I know you would. You think on a different level than a lot of people, and that's why I've listened to your music. I watched you live, and I can't wait to see what's up next, bro. And I mean that for real. It's like you think on a different level, and world. I'm looking at the camera. Watch out, because my man, he's humble. He won't say it. I'll say it for him. Man, I'm really excited for what you got going on.
Thank you, man.
And thanks for taking the time to come hang out with me, bro. I'm glad we got to.
Sure, man. Thank you, man. This is, like I said, my first podcast. So,
man, we took the podcast virginity, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Boom. And we and let your brother know. Hopefully he sees us.
Oh yeah.
We'll run ones anytime he wants.
Yeah, we got to hoop sometime.
Or we could be on the same team. Whatever. We can go run fives against someone.
All of that. We love
whatever we want.
Man,
I really appreciate you. Go ahead, look at that camera. Tell them where they can find you. Instagram, TikTok, anything.
Y'all can follow me. Well, TikTok, the new TikTok. Y'all can follow me at Tony Evans Jr. Same for Instagram. It's where I post all of my singing videos and my shows. I got a show. Wait. Are we doing?
Yeah.
When is this posted?
Yeah. Share it.
Okay,
share where you're going.
I got a show on July 30th in Florence, Alabama. Also a show August 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. So, y'all can check me out with that, man.
Let's go. You're on all streaming platforms.
All streaming platforms.
Tony Evans Jr.
Tony Evans Jr. Just go to my Instagram, hit the link in my bio. You'll find everything you want.
Man, there we are, bro. We got the ambulance in the back because this man's on fire, baby. Tony Evans Jr. in the house. Thanks for coming through, bro. Another episode of A Break of Jake. Guess what? We're getting out of here. We're gonna get some more of this Cabernet Sauvignon. Peace.
You can't stop this train. You know we not doing it for the fame, but up in the city, people knowing the name. Cause we don't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we keep it rolling. Don't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we keep it going. You can't stop us, whole team.